Now, I remember right around this time, it's 2021, you said you were trying to end the beef between Jim Jones and Max B.
Yeah.
Is that squashed?
I put it in the air. It's up to Jim and Max. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Max is locked up, man.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
at the end of the day, when I speak to Max, Max tell me he got more shit to worry about. When I speak to Jim, you know what I'm saying, Jim is on his own time. So, I mean, they both grown men.
yeah, but, I mean, Max is locked up.
Shout to Ease, right? That's bro, right? Bro was taking heat. Do we even know what my music there for, bro? I wasn't out. Bro probably wouldn't be giving y'all what he giving y'all. So why would he take heat? Cause he showed up to my event. Dave East is bruh.
Yeah.
Mano, my man. Fab, my man. East, my man. Jim was my at one point. What the fuck?
Yeah.
They know was with my brother in Kaksaki in the 90s. Me and Mano ain't just me.
I'm glad the brother got his freedom.
Right.
Shouts to
100%.
Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of his music. He on Survival. He actually on my first album. But yeah, I'm glad I got to go, poly with him.
So it was a lot of talk on the internet about.
They told me I was kicked off of this.
Yeah, they did. They said you was there. They said you was. I didn't even.
doing that.
Well, this is crazy.
That's what they told you.
They kicked you off the show.
The internet
They said I got
kicked
kicked off this joint. I can't rap about it no more.
But
It's crazy.
People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that because I always feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Right. You felt one way, I felt another way.
Right.
You went to the party, but you had already had a conversation with Capo. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like I never was around him, Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we had our own relationship through who we know.
But I never felt a part of Dipset. I felt kind of they was always doing everything in their powers not to make me feel like I was Dipset, which was cool. I didn't take it personal. Me and Jim started something with the Bird Game. We didn't start it, but we started it. And that was my only focus. We stack bundles, go in there and make Bird Game records and make them better than anything else anybody else was putting out.
Then Kiss turned into Bruce Leroy too. Yo, Kiss turned into Bruce Leroy at a moment in that shit. Like,
yeah, but it's just the war colors.
Would you be willing to upset a close friend just to attend a celebration hosted by someone they don't see eye to eye with? That was the position Dave East found himself in when Maxby returned home after spending years locked up. While several people stayed away out of respect for Jim Jones, Dave East decided to show up, and that single choice set off a chain reaction. Almost instantly, social media lit up with arguments and theories. Some people accused him of being fake, while others said he was simply being real. What many missed, though, was that this moment wasn't just about loyalty. It was about how respect works, how relationships overlap, and how one decision can turn into a public issue overnight. As usual, the real story was much more layered than the online version. Dave East didn't run from explaining why he did what he did. He said plainly that he never had any personal issues with Max B. He knew where he stood and wasn't interested in letting outside talk shape his actions. He also understood how fast opinions change in the streets. One day, people are cheering you on. The next, those same people are questioning your character. That kind of pressure wasn't new to him. So when he walked into Maxby's welcome home dinner, he knew exactly what kind of energy might be in the room. Still, he stayed relaxed. He didn't go there looking for problems or trying to send a message. He went because he believed in showing up for people he had no bad blood with. In his mind, it was like walking into an unfamiliar space, alert but confident, knowing anything could happen. What made it even more interesting was that he already knew the internet had started writing its own story before he even arrived. Yet, he didn't panic. He trusted his judgment and was ready to stand on it. Things escalated once a clip from a podcast surfaced where Dave East spoke about attending the dinner. That audio spread fast, and suddenly everyone had an opinion. Fans replayed his words again and again, trying to read between the lines. Even though he spoke calmly and clearly, it didn't slow down the reactions. people questioned his loyalty before they even knew the full story. Some claimed he had picked a side, while others argued he was just being respectful and honest. The discussion grew louder by the hour. Dave East made it clear that he wasn't choosing between anyone. He explained that he had spoken directly to Mayo and Jim Jones, letting them know that he was cool with them and also cool with Max B. He didn't believe in burning bridges or getting trapped in conflicts that didn't start with him. When he explained this, the mood shifted. There was a pause, a sense that people were really listening. He wasn't acting or trying to protect an image. He was standing in the middle of two separate situations and refusing to let old issues force his hand. Once the audio leaked, the situation stopped being private. Dave East's phone started ringing non-stop. Messages poured in from all directions. People wanted to know every detail: who invited him, why he went, and who he spoke to while he was there. To some fans, just his presence at the dinner felt like a betrayal. Still, he didn't lose his cool. He didn't jump online to argue, and he didn't let the noise push him into making statements he didn't believe in. He stuck to one idea: treat people you have real relationships with fairly, and don't let outside drama decide your actions. That level of honesty caught many people off guard. The streets are used to loud responses, fast reactions, and clear sides being taken. Dave East did the opposite. He moved with patience and thought, showing that respect and loyalty don't always cancel each other out. The leaked audio only made that more visible, showing that sometimes staying calm and firm sends a stronger message than shouting back at critics. For Dave East, loyalty isn't about following one person without question. It's about recognizing real connections. He talked about how his relationship with Jim Jones wasn't just business related. It was built over time through shared experiences and personal trust. He knew Jim's family and understood his world. That kind of bond doesn't disappear just because another relationship exists at the same time. He also pointed out that more than one truth can exist together. He could value his relationship with Jim Jones and still show respect to Max B. Many people want things to be simple, with clear lines between right and wrong, friend and enemy. But real life doesn't work that way. History, mutual respect, and personal experiences often matter more than public opinion. This wasn't about dodging conflict. It was about being upfront. Dave East made sure people knew his intentions ahead of time so nothing would be misunderstood. By speaking directly to Jim Jones and Mayo, he avoided surprises and showed that communication still matters, even when tensions are high. Some might see that as unnecessary, but in reality, that honesty earned him respect from those who mattered. He wasn't trying to prove anything or win approval. He was acting like someone who understood how serious relationships can be in the streets. His point was clear: you don't have to ignore the past, but you also don't have to let it control every move you make. Choices should come from respect and personal values, not pressure from the crowd. When photos from Max B's dinner finally appeared online, the reaction was instant. Dave East felt it right away as his phone filled with calls and messages from fans, fellow artists, and people in the industry. Everyone wanted answers. Why was he there? Who brought him? Who did he stand with? It felt like simply showing up had turned into a public trial, all before the night had even settled. Online reactions came fast, and many people painted his presence at the dinner as a betrayal. Fans argued about loyalty, posting jokes, memes, and harsh comments that questioned his character. That kind of attention can push anyone into reacting the wrong way, but Dave East didn't take the bait. He didn't jump into arguments, over-explain himself, or fire back at critics. He stayed focused on one simple point. He respected the people he had real relationships with and wasn't there to choose sides. That's what made the moment stand out. In a space where people rush to draw lines, switch opinions, or turn small issues into big conflicts, Dave East chose restraint. He knew how fast opinions change. One week you're praised, the next you're questioned. Acting on emotion would only make things messier. By staying steady and clear, he showed that pressure doesn't always have to lead to chaos. He was honest about one thing, though. It wasn't easy. His phone stayed busy with messages, rumors, and side conversations. Anyone could have felt overwhelmed by that, but he handled it the same way he handled the dinner itself, with purpose. Every move was made to avoid unnecessary problems, while staying true to how he sees loyalty and respect. That night didn't feel like a quiet gathering. The welcome home dinner had the energy of a planned event. Dave East noticed the cameras, the lighting, and the way people moved around the room. It felt less like a private moment and more like something meant to be shared. From the start, he could tell the night wouldn't stay behind closed doors. It became clear that someone wanted a moment, and having Dave East there made it bigger. Every handshake and conversation had the chance to turn into content. He knew that even a casual photo could spark headlines the next day. Instead of feeling uneasy, he became more aware of how he carried himself. He moved carefully, knowing that the smallest detail could be taken out of context. When the podcast audio leaked, it confirmed what he already suspected. That leak didn't happen by accident. Someone wanted the story out right away, and once it hit the internet, it spread fast. Fans replayed clips, broke down his words, and argued over meanings. What looked like a relaxed night was clearly part of something larger, and Dave East found himself in the spotlight without trying to be there. Still, he didn't panic. He didn't twist the story or try to control how people saw it. Instead, he spoke plainly about why he went and how he handled being around people with complicated history. That honesty cut through a lot of the noise. While gossip and staged moments fueled debates, his clear explanation grounded the situation. What he showed went beyond one dinner or one viral clip. It reflected growth. He made it clear that holding on to old grudges only limits what comes next. The streets have long memories, but that doesn't mean the future has to be trapped by the past. He shared a simple idea. No one wants to keep fighting the same battles as they get older. At some point, respect, peace, and progress matter more than proving a point. Moving forward doesn't mean ignoring history. It means making choices that respect where you came from without letting it control every step. He even suggested that peace between people like Jim Jones and Max B isn't impossible. Similar situations in the industry have shown that time and honest conversations can change things. While the streets demand instant reactions, maturity works on a different clock. Talk of Max B appearing on podcasts added to that feeling that old tension may slowly be fading. Dave East's calm and open approach helped make space for that. By staying neutral and clear, he avoided adding fuel and instead left room for real dialogue. Now it's your turn. Do you think Dave East handled this the right way? Could you manage friendships and loyalty like that under pressure? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this breakdown, hit the like button, share it with friends who follow these stories, and subscribe to Drip Zen for more deep looks into street culture and hip-hop moments.